presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry renewed. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Will Reichert has it all teed up. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Devin Duvernay to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, there are often times, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Williams starting with the pass here. And his first pass falls incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So it'll be second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Williams set to pass. And that's got it, left side. Pushing it up past the 30. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's fourth down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
On fourth down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
You know, Kate, that injury robbed us all of what looked like a promising rookie season through the preseason where this kid was on fire. But he's still got a year of learning from head coach Kevin O'Connell. Maybe more importantly, watching Sam Darnold's magical season now the ball's in his hands.
The play fake, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Vikings first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Minnesota.
can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Staying on the ground here with Jones. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All set up now for first and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On play action now, McCarthy. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick-tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. A 27-yard look here. Reichert connects there. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Bears.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, here's Swift. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss, we've got 2nd and 11.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. No one open, so he chips this to another county.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Williams to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is caught inside the 15. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st and goal, Swift. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line. And the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Now here's Williams. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
3rd and goal, it's Williams. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bears pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Caleb Williams, the touchdown.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you can look at the facial expressions of the two sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears take a 4-point lead.
Bears 7, Vikings 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Ty Chandler to return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Play action, McCarthy. Ooh, I'm quick there. They bring him to the turf. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's got Jones for the completion. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Vikings 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. McCarthy throwing here. All the time in the world. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Set up the screen here to Swift. And they had this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. Fourth down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Vikings taking the field on offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Minnesota.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd down carry for Jones. He's actually going to lose yards here. They take him down at the 10-yard line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. McCarthy looking to throw. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings hold a slim 2-point lead early. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Vikings push their lead to 3.
10, Bears 7.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Here's Williams. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. This is Jones. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Jones once more. Big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this third down. Here's McCarthy to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams going to run with it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st down, Williams to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. The right side hauled in by Komet. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Williams on 1st down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air yet again, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. And they could really use a good one here. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. He's running with it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, here's Jones. He'll cobble together a yard there. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Get that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Motion man right is Jefferson. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
McCarthy on the sneak. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Going with Jones on the ground. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Gonna keep this one and go. And this defense is gonna win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle. Get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak.
Kevin O'Connell not happy with the officials at the moment. The challenge flag is out.
The previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting a football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the first down. Jones will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now McCarthy. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Bears 7.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
He fields it from the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bears about set for their next possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Williams finds him over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Working from the gun, Williams. That's caught for the 1st. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the set. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Moore going to motion over right. Third and long for him here. Met's got it, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it.
16 more yards. That's another Bears first down. First and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Has it in close. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Swift will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
They'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. Back to Swift. Diving for the goal line, and it's not free! And the Vikings have recovered.
I'll tell you this, inside the 5-yard line, that ball has got to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or those players are just ripping it from both sides.
The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 21-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. McCarthy to throw it. Running a screen now for Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd and just 2 to go. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throw complete to Thielen. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. It's the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Another throw here for McCarthy. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Now they send their back in motion right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
He's snapping to McCarthy. He's running for it. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Minnesota.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll give left side to Jones. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And a yard at the 24-yard line.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He can run it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Tyler Gordon on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal units. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Reichert connects there, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. Big strike here to Moore. And he's got them quite the game here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott? All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Chandler now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. We'll get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He tucks it and takes off. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
I mean, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Short side option here. He's running left. Across the 20, continuing to work. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
The Vikings will line up for the two-point conversion.
Keeping it on the ground. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is.
26.
That came right up to the doorstep of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to run for it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Here's 2nd and 11. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled for a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First down, Minnesota.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They give to Jones, right side. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Jones. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. He's inside the 10. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
After the sack, offense dealing with 3rd and goal now from the 10. Throwing now from the gun. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Reichert connects there. And that's going to make the advantage 22.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Juking the defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. First call here coming from the shotgun. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Williams from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Third down. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
On now comes their punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Starts the return at the 34. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Jones. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 48. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more. and they know
A gain
it.
of 3 brings up second down at the 25-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Jones once more. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there. So we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. McCarthy looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And this hasn't been a common side of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Stuck at the line, and now it'll be 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Jones can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. And they take this in for the score. The Vikings keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. J.J. McCarthy in a touchdown. His 4th total score of the game.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again.
36, Bears 7.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
Kickoff for the Vikings.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. On play action, Williams. He's going to tuck it and run.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed to his running back. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Swift gets it on the option. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Lorenzo Dunze running the slant. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That's to Dunze again. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Johnson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears trail by 22 now.
36. Bears 14.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our 2nd half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. They've got first down from the 31. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
All right, we reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Now a give to Jones, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Counterplay, Jones. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears have the football back just shy of the midfield stripe.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got more once again. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
That's more of the catch out left. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
A draw now, this is Swift. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. To throw, Williams. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Bears offense, look at this, they haven't moved, they're going for two.
The Bears will line up.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another carry for him. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. McCarthy throwing here. Hawkinson has it, working that middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8. The Bears about set for their next possession. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. First down, Williams to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And now they face second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now Williams has him on the quick hitter. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. DJ Moore, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that two-point attempt.
Bears.
Okay, Brock, dialing up another two-point call. And you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. Good work so far, he's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Give now to the running back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. They give it to him again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And that run makes some history for him. He's now topped the previous record for rushing in a game by a QB. The previous mark of 181 was held by Colin Kaepernick since those 2013 playoffs, and the mantle now belongs to this guy. And whatever total he reaches before the end of this one. New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action, McCarthy. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Running this one off right. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
First down from the red zone. Getting out to his left. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Hey, 3 touchdown games aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. This QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead.
There's 26.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. To throw is Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
To number 2, DJ Moore. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. Working from the gun, Williams. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. attention to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we got a first down here. Well, I think we could all tell, Brock, when they saw that flag, they knew exactly what was coming.
Yeah, and unlike those wrestlers I watched growing up who could hide under the ring and just get away from everybody, there's no hiding there. All eyes on him.
And he's brought down after a short game.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Again, it's Williams. Drops it underneath, Swift. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He set up the screen here to Swift. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Chicago Bears.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Motioning one of the tight ends. To the air yet again, Williams. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in a double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Williams again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That one missed the mark. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Williams from the gun. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Bronk, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Third down, here's Williams. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Santos now for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Vikings with a 10-point advantage. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
And it's 3rd down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Caught quickly on the slant. He'll have the 1st down and even more. And not a touchdown, but so close, within a yard now of that end zone. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Mason does not score. They're not only stopping, they backed him up a couple yards. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Mason again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Third and goal for McCarthy. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, Brock, we don't see this often, but love it whenever we do. The fullback, the target on that one, and he ends up with 6.
You're absolutely right, Kate. You don't see fullbacks utilize that much, but man, when you do have a weapon like that, it stretches a defense so thin. Big time touchdown. Yes, by a fullback.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead.
50. Bears 33.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears and Roma Dunze headed back out on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Williams on first down. To the middle, that's snared by Burden. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Chicago.